Well, now it's time to check your money with America's money maven, Vicki Brackens. Vicki Brackens is president of Brackens Financial Solutions Network, LLC, and a registered representative of LPL Financial Corp, member SIPC. Vicki Brackens.
Good morning, George. Good morning.
She's in the house. This is a big day for you.
Yes, it is. Okay.
This is a big, big day.
A very big day. In fact, in 7 hours.
7 hours.
The doors will open for this year's Central New York Jazz Foundation's Black History Month Jazz Cabaret. And I hope to see everyone there. But just in case I don't get to see you personally and shake your hand and give you a big hug, let me say right now, thank you to everyone who's coming out, who came out and came to support us this year. Because at Brackens Financial Solutions Network, I cannot believe the level of support that we're getting from the community. Guess what, George?
Guess what?
Sold out.
Sold out.
Sold out again.
Again.
Okay, yeah. So we are really, really thrilled. I think we're like 410 or so as far as the attendance is concerned. It may have 1 or 2 seats, but pretty much sold out.
It's a great event. I highly recommend it. And people get a little bit of jazz history and culture at the same time.
That's correct.
Now, you're going to have the big red carpet and all that stuff.
It's a little cold to put that red carpet outside.
I know.
Okay, but maybe we'll start thinking about something for what I would call a part 2 for the spring.
How about that?
Hey, if I get enough information or get enough people to actually say they want to do something in the spring, maybe we will. Okay, you know, in fact, I had somebody talk to me about bid whist tournament. A bid whist tournament. In fact, I'd like to know what you think about a bid whist tournament.
Let's see. Who wants to go to Boston?
Okay, all right.
You want to go to Boston, Vicki?
Well, listen.
See, now, and people, you have to know what I'm talking about.
Yes, you do.
To know what I'm talking about.
Okay, but you know what? Who knows? Because, that was something that was kind of floating in the air.
Well, yeah, let's see what people are talking about.
All right. So anyway, also later in the show today, I know that you have a special guest on to discuss this month's wellness program with the 100 Black Men.
Yes.
That's Devin White from Janie Montgomery Scott, and he'll be presenting on Monday, tomorrow, concerning retirement planning.
Yes, he will.
And this series that's going on the 4th Mondays, I hope that everyone's putting it on their calendars because it's a really, really important event. I'll be doing it later on in the year, but Devin's going to do a bang-up job this Monday.
Sounds like a good plan. So it's you, Devin, and Cal.
Exactly.
Y'all kind of rotate through.
Okay, so we're rotating over a 6-month period.
Oh, that sounds really good. And of course, Charles Anderson will be in as well for the wellness part.
Right, Charles is doing the wellness part, and we're doing the financial part. Okay?
Yes.
So I'm going to pick up this week, George, with a topic that I did just a little bit of a tease on last year, and then we spoke a little bit more about it earlier this year. I hope you remember this. I had you take out a big piece of paper, and I said, I want you to draw a spiral.
I didn't want to hear about this, Vicki.
Yes, you do. I told you I was coming back.
I want to hear about this.
Okay, I told you to draw a spiral or a corkscrew. And to review with everyone, I'm sure right now a lot of people are going like, Vicki, I don't want to do this again. But you didn't finish the exercise, did you, George?
I didn't even want to do the exercise.
Okay, all right.
Tell them what you're asking them to do with that spiral.
Take out this paper, draw the spiral. At the bottom of the spiral, I want you to write in your date of birth.
Yes.
At the top of the spiral, I want you to write your date of death. Then I want you to stop, look at the spiral, and put an X on one of the rungs where you are right now in relation to those 2 endpoints. And then put the pencil down, stop, look at that X, and immediately think about these 2 things. Ask yourself these questions. What am I thinking, and how do I feel?
Let me ask you this, Vicki Brackens. Did you put a date on yours?
I did.
Lord. You don't feel like that's a self-fulfilling prophecy?
No.
I feel like I don't want to give God any ideas. He
God's
already knows.
God's got his own ideas.
He already
They're not
knows.
your ideas, okay?
I just feel like, why am I declaring that?
Okay, so what we're doing is working on a technique that's extremely important. Okay, and that's called visualization.
Sure.
And so I want to come back to the issue of visualization because here is the issue that many of us have. When you have events that are long-term, say like retirement, Or possibly you said, I want to save to build a home, or I want to save for my child's education. When what we call the tail, when the time period is very, very long, it's very difficult to visualize, particularly the decisions that have to be made in between in order to either get yourself back on track or to stay on track. So training the mind to visualize events is extremely important. Guess who knows this most?
Who knows this most?
Game designers.
Sure they do.
Okay, because they take you through role play.
Right.
And they take you through iterative processes to get you to think about, if I take this step.
I wish I had my bell. Did you hear what she said? Iterative. Iterative processes, but go ahead.
Okay.
I went to school. I get it.
Okay, they take you through steps and processes little by little.
Little by little. Okay.
In order to get you to see how these things, remember we talked about before, how things are connected, how
Right.
all of these things are connected. Well, role play is extremely important in financial decisions, because when you're trying to save for things or make decisions or do the things that are necessary in order to accomplish a goal, if you are not paying close attention, particularly very close attention to the decisions that have to be made in between, you can get so far off track that you miss the goal, even though the effort appears to be there. So what we're talking about with the corkscrew, you can do also for any process that you need to go through or any goal that you have. So let's say, and I'm going to give you an example. I want to retire at age 65. I am currently age 35. So what you should do is draw that corkscrew, put the X there for today's date with your age, put the X at the top for the date that you're actually going to retire. Not
I
just
like that
the
exercise
age,
way better.
okay? That the actual date that you will become 65, and look at those rungs in between and put an X where you are right now. So first of all, you can crystallize the visualization process. And then each year or each month or each 6 months, whatever it takes to train you to visualize the things that are going on, every time you make a decision financially, you need to stop and say this. Is this decision going to keep me on track or not? If I do this, what difference will it make in my progress? And then you can start to look at the decisions against the visual piece and help yourself stay on track better. So, with that in mind, George, I know this is going to be a shorter week this week because we got to get to the party. I'm sorry.
Let's party.
All right, okay.
Throw your hands in the air.
So what I'm going to say to everybody at this point in time, if you have additional questions on visualization or any of the other things that we've talked about over the many, many weeks, you can reach me at area code 315-930-4499, or you can reach us via email at info@brackensfsn.com. info@brackensfsn.com. And at this point, George, I'll say our plate is full.
Well, thank you very much, Vicki. Vicki Brackens is the president of Brackens Financial Solutions Network, LLC, and a registered representative of LPL Financial Corp., member SIPC.